Hello friends, I am Sudipto and today I am going to introduce you about some different type of variables in C language and how you can take a input with scanf function in C language through def C++. In the previous video I have already shown you that how you can print a line in console using printf function. If you do not know how it works, then you can go to my previous video and you can learn it. And now we are going to start. In C language there are different type of variables like integer, float, character, double and even string, though we will learn about string later because C language properly does not have any string variable. We will use another process or another something to print or to take a string variable in C program. So we will learn it about later. You can see here I am using slash, front slash, then star, and now star, then front slash. So it is used to comment any line in C program. That means compiler will ignore this line in slash star or star slash within this scope. In this scope, whatever we will write, the compiler will ignore it as a comment. These lines will not be compiled or will not be executed. For multiple line, we will use front slash star and star slash as a scope. You can see here I am using it already. And for a single line, to comment a single line, we will use double front slash to comment this line. Now you can see I am writing like int under integer, float under float, char under character. So this means that we will declare a variable or we will declare the data type of a variable as we are going to use integer, float or any character or any double variable or any string variable. We have to use some keyword which is already in stdio.library, stdio.h library file. So like int represents integer variable, float represent float variable. Float variable means decimal variable, which we like 0.1, 2.3. These are decimal point variable like float variable. And character, what are the character in C language? Characters are like A to Z, capital A to Z, small a to Z, and the special keys @ hash, dollar, %. These are special characters, so that's why we call it character variable. Double means when we are using a big size of float variable. When we need to store float variable or decimal point variable in a big valuation, then we can use double. We will learn it about later. And how to declare a string variable, we will learn it about later when we will complete the array. Then we can learn about string variable here, because C language does not have any particular string variable. We have to implement like a character array. So whenever we are going to learn about array, then we can learn about string in C language. Now you can see I am writing %d under int, %f under float, %c under char, %f under double. So you can ask me, what are these? These are, so %d, %f, %c, etc. are the format specifier. Means whenever we are going to take an input, we have to tell the compiler that what type of variable we are going to store or we are going to taking input. So if we use %d, the compiler will understand that we are going to store a integer variable, or we are going to take input as a integer variable. As well as %f is also a format specifier, %c is also a format specifier for float and character respectively. As well as we will use %s for string. Now we will going to take a variable. Whenever we are going to declare a variable, we have to give a name to the variable, whatever we want, a, b, c, d, whatever we want. Even we can take the variable name as any word, like my name Sudipto. It will be also treated as a variable, or something number, num, etc. will also be treated as a variable. But we have to mind this, that if we are starting any variable name with any number, then it will not be declared as a variable name, or compiler will show you the error that this will not be a variable name. So if I say you that the variable name is underscore abc, will it be a variable name? Then you have to say yes, this will be a variable name, because we are starting this variable name with underscore. Even if underscore underscore underscore, 3 underscores respectively, can declare a variable name. But if we are using variable name as 1b, 1a, we can't declare it as a variable name. But if we are doing that a1, a2, a3, or num1, num2, this will be treated as a variable name. Means the variable name we can't declare starting with numbers, but this will treated as a variable when the number will after a word or after the variable name. This whole will be declared as a variable number, like number 1, number 2. But num1, 2, if it is a variable, num1a is not a variable, because there will not be a number within the words. That will also be not treated as a variable name. We can assign a variable value like this. Like if we are writing a equal to 10, then 10 value will be assigned in a variable name. Like when we are declaring int a, there will be created a memory location for a in our process. Like when we have declared int a, there will be located a memory space in our hard drive or in our process which is empty. And when we write this line a equal to 10, then 10 value is assigned in this memory location which name is a. So here we assigned the or initialize the variable space name a with 10. Now we are going to print the value of a. So I have already told you that we can print a line with printf function, but whenever we are going to print a number or a variable value, we have to print like this: printf. In double quote we have to write %d. Why %d? I have already said you %d is a format specifier for integer variable. As a is a integer variable, we are going to print the value of a, so we have to write the format specifier in double quotes in printf function. This %d will be replaced by the value of whatever we are giving after the comma. So you can see here that in double quotes we have given %d and double quote closed and then comma and then a. So this particular line will show us the value of a in the space of %d in printf. Now save it with file save or Ctrl S from your keyboard, and then you have to execute the program and then you have to run the program. You can see here that the console is printing subscribe my channel 10 without any space because we have not used any next line command, means we have not used any code which compiler can understand that it have to or it has to print the next line after this line. So if we want to print a next line after, we want to print like this subscribe my channel, and in next line we like to print the value of a. So we have to give a \n after the line of subscribe my channel in double quotes. You have to mind it, the next line command is \n, and whenever we want to print a next line after a particular line, we have to write \n after this particular line, or if we want that this particular line will be printed after a line, so we can give the \n before the particular line in double quotes, and then we have to write the line, so the line will be print after a blank line. Now you can see that subscribe my channel is printed in the console, and after that in next line the value of a is printed, which is 10. Till now we have take input as initializing, means predefinedly we have given the value of a. We have given this, not the user. Like we are the programmer and we are doing a program, we already have initialized a value of a with 10. But if the user want to do, who are using our code console etc., so if the user want to give a input, but whenever we need to take input from user, what we will do? Now like scanf, as it is a function, we have to use braces, and in double quotes as printf we have to give %d. This %d is not for printing because we are scanning the variable. Now in double quotes %d, after double quotes closed, comma %b, you will find ampersand in the upper numpad of your keyboard. You have to press shift, pressing the shift you have to press 7 of the upper numpad in the keyboard, you have got ampersand. So scanf first bracket open, first double quotes opened, and then %d double quotes closed, comma %b. It is the format of scanf function. Like what variable we are going to use for user input, we have to write this variable after ampersand, like double quotes %d comma %b. So when user is giving a any value, after this message enter a value of b, and then user give the enter button or press enter from keyboard, then the value will be assigned in b variable. I will show you the console. Now we are printing the value of b, like printf value of b is %d, means %d and then comma b means %d replace the value of the variable b. So the message have to show value of b is whatever the user given the input. Now save it, compile it, and then execute it. You are seeing that subscribe my channel, and after it is showing 10, and after this in b side it is showing enter a value of b. So this is a problem then of a next line. So I have to give a slash n backslash n in a printf function where we are printing 10. So we are giving printf %d backslash n. So now the line will be print after 10 in next line. So you can see subscribe my channel. Next line 10, in next line the message is showing enter a value of b, the user give it 20 and then press enter from keyboard and the value of b is 20. So here's the program runs. This is how you can give a value from user, or you can take a value from user to assign the value of a particular variable you want. I hope you learn how printf and scanf is working. If there will any problem, you can tell me in the comment section. And if you like my videos, if you like my channel, you can subscribe my channel Coding Knowledge and like the videos, share the videos, and make sure that after subscribing you hit the bell icon in all notification, so whenever I will upload any further video, you will be notified. Thank you very much.